Hey guys, this is Jade. So before I start, there's going to be noise in the background because there's construction going on across the street from my house. So just to warn you now, sorry in advance. Um, so I'm here to do the second part to my what I don't like about K-pop series, and that is dating in K-pop. And I'm going to talk about different aspects of dating in Korean entertainment. Okay, so before I get to that, I'm just going to just kind of explain what it's like to for celebrities to date in the states. So, I mean, basically, this mostly pertains to like the pop artists, not necessarily hip hop and R&B, because usually it's not really a big deal. Honestly, I mean, if you want to count like Jay Z and Beyonce, I guess, but it wasn't like on the level of some of these pop artists dating, like stuff like that. Um, so I'm not even gonna like count them, but more so like Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, Taylor Swift and Harry Styles, um, like stuff like that. That's what I'm like, that type of stuff. Um, Geez, but there is one, like for one example, back in 2012, Zayn from One Direction was, it came out that he was dating Perry from Little Mix. If you don't know who Little Mix is, I don't know where the fuck you've been these past couple years, but Little Mix is a four-member girl group from the UK. I love them to death, but anywho, it's not about that. But Zayn and Perry had came out to be dating, but how it came out, it made people think the relationship was fake because around the time that it came out that they were dating, Zayn was leaving for America to go on their tour in the States. Um, so how it was all over like the Daily Mail and stuff like that, which is kind of like a blog, not blog, but like kind of similar to like TMZ ish, not really, but like the Daily Mail. You probably heard the Daily Mail, but that's like kind of like gossip y sort of kind of site in the UK. But anywho, it was pictures of them plastered all over the internet. Um, it was them, the two of them, you know, doing stuff together outside of his apartment before he was leaving for the States, and just how it did look kind of fake, or just like put on for the cameras, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, why at first people was like, well, why would they be so affectionate like that? And it's like, obviously there's cameras outside of his apartment, blah blah blah. So at first fans wasn't really feeling the relationship, one because he was dating someone, and two, the fact that how it came out on in the media and stuff like that. But of course, fans were pissed because at that time One Direction was everywhere. This is when One Direction blew up in the States, and this was like after what makes you beautiful was popping, and this is when they basically blew up in the States. So they had a lot of fans and stuff like that, so they were pissed. The same thing with Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Like, I think at this point this was Justin's first public relationship, so people were pissed because oh my god, Bieber's dating this, that, and the third, and but then we already know how tragic that relationship was, unfortunately, with Justin and Selena. But you get my point. It's like the fans were like so up in arms. They were enraged. They were so angry because these two guys were dating these two girls. And and then the thing is, like, both relationships lasted for a while. Like, Zayn and Perry were actually engaged before they broke up because Zayn had cheated on Perry multiple times. And I think, yeah, I remember Selena and Justin were together for a while, as well. And I think it was just a whole bunch of drama with Justin and Selena, unfortunately. But you get my point. It's just like when this type of shit happens, fans lose their absolute mind. And that's how it is in Korea. But I don't know if you happen to not know this, but the Neesons and the paparazzi over there, that hasn't always been a thing. I actually listened to shout out to Shower 360. She actually put me onto this. She put me onto a podcast, and it was talking about basically the start of the paparazzi in Korea. So back then, the paparazzi was mostly just focused on political figures and athletes. But then this guy that was on in one company left and started his own company. Just so happens to be the head of Dispatch. So him and his his crew of people, they wanted to see what it was like when it came to the idols, what it would be like revealing dating stuff about idols. So they decided to their victim, unfortunately, was Junghyun and his girlfriend at the time, Park Shin. It's not Park Shin Hye, is it? That's not her. I know the name. I just keep forgetting her fucking name. But if you know the story, you know who I'm talking about. He was dating this actress for. It wasn't even long, but basically, I'm gonna call him Mr. Lee because that's what they went by. Mr. Lee and his crew was following Junghyun and his girlfriend's pattern for about a month. So they would meet up late at night, go on walks and shit like that. So after following them for about a month, and they got enough pictures, they uploaded them to their website. And he said that at first nothing happened for the first couple hours, but then all of a sudden it blew up. It was all over the internet. Their site crashed and people lost their shit. And that was the start of, how basically when, idols, have their relationships found out. That's how this whole, the paparazzi and the Neeson shit, well, not really Neeson, but just the paparazzi over there, that's how it got started, unfortunately. But we already know the end result with that relationship, they broke up. I mean, they say that it was because of scheduling, but you can't bullshit me. It was because of just the reaction of people finding out that they were dating. It's that simple. I mean, people were so angry at Junghyun. They was angry at the girl. They was throwing trash outside her agency. Junghyun was on stage crying, apologizing. It was a hot ass mess. And then ever since then, we've seen it with many other idols. We've seen this with, even though they never came out and said that they were dating, but we knew they were dating. It was, GD and Kiko. And, not all VIPs were pissed, but there were quite a few VIPs that just did not like Kiko. I don't remember why. I think it's something because she said something and it pissed some VIPs off. That's why they don't fuck with her. Let's see, Baekhyun and Taeyeon, that was a hot ass mess. Just 2014, damn near all the girl generation was in dating scandals. Yuna, Yuna is Lee Sung-gi wasn't really a scandal, really. It was just about time, because I think they've kind of been kind of crushing on each other for a while. So it's kind of okay, finally about time type of shit. But I think Yuri at that time, she was dating that baseball player. I forgot his name. And like I said, and then Tiffany and Nikun, that was a mess too, because Hottest were pissed because he was dating with Tiffany. Mind you, there have been rumors about Tiffany and Nikun dating for years, but okay. So that, like I said, Taeyeon and Baekhyun, Child of XOLs, lost their fucking shit when it came out that Baekhyun and Taeyeon was dating. Let's see, Junghyun and damn it, the girl from Kara. I know her. Hara. I'm like, why forget it? Yes, Hara and Joohyung from Beast. They were dating, and of course, people were pissed. Jesus Christ, who else? I don't really want to say they were dating, but the whole thing with IU and Eunhyuk, Rain and Kim Tae-hee, when they came out to be dating while he was in the military. I'm trying to think of other people on top of my head. Oh Jesus. Oh, how can I forget Sully and Choiza? That was a mess. Kai and Crystal. Oh, Jesus, who else? I think I'm trying to think. Some, not really. No, not SM. Oh, SM. Yeah. Sungmin and his wife. I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, you get the point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when, you know, these different couples come out to be dating, people get so upset and stuff like that. And then it was like another story. And then it was like another couple that I really felt bad for. And that was Seven and his girlfriend. Like, I remember watching the YG episode of Strong Heart. If you don't know what Strong Heart is, look it up on YouTube. That was a really good show. Like, I haven't watched like every single episode, but I've watched quite a few episodes. And the YG episode was really cool. Basically, that episode was just, they had a bunch of YG artists that was out at the time. So they had Big Bang 21, Psy, Seven, Jin Yu Sean. Well, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, so basically, Gummy, I think Gummy was on there too. So basically, like, all the YG artists that was out at that time was all on the show. And then Seven had talked about when he had announced that he was in a relationship, like a 10-year relationship, and like he lost like, I think like 100,000 fans. I think that number, I think that's the number. It's been a while since I've seen it. It's been years since I've seen the episode, but it was a large number. And the fact that, you know, well, first of all, can we applaud him for hiding a relationship for 10 fucking years and no one knew about it? Just saying. But anywho, so yeah, when he announced that he was dating, I think that was an actress. Yeah, I forgot her name. They're not together anymore because of the whole scandal while he was in the military. But anyways, him and her were dating for like 10 years at that point. And people were very upset. The fact, like I said, a bunch of people left his fandom because he was dating her. So, like, you see how people react to shit like that. Like, you know, like I said, I've seen this happen so many times. They find someone's dating, they trying to burn their posters, break up their CDs, throw away all their, you know, stuff that they bought. You know, they're blowing up people's, you know, social media, talking about, calling them every name besides the child of God. Like, it's just so extra. And I really need people to understand that these idols are people. They want to find love. They want to be happy. You know, they're gonna date. They're gonna get married. They're gonna have kids, and they're going to live their lives. I think the sooner people grasp that concept, the better. But there's people out there still to this day that have that mindset. It's like, no, you can't be with this person, male or female. You can't be with this person because you belong to me. You're supposed to be with me, not supposed to be with them. And then it's like, when they do come out, you can't really be public because then people thinking that, oh, you're rubbing it in the fans' faces. First of all, them fans that act like that, get a fucking grip. Like, what's the point of coming out in public if you can't do public shit? I don't get that. So even though I came out public with this person, I still gotta be hiding and I gotta be wearing, you know, hats and face masks and, you know, all this. I gotta be sneaking around. What kind of shit is that? That's not a public relationship. You still hiding because you want to get mad. Like people need to really get it together. Like they really do. And that always irritates me every time someone comes out to be dating. And I bet you, I'm putting money on it. The day one of them BTS members start dating, it's a fucking shitstorm. It's like there's always been rumors. The people, I mean, it's been like, rumors that like there's no truth, there's no merit to them shits. People saying that, oh yeah, Jimin and Seulgi. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I think they said like Cookie had a girlfriend, and I remember it was supposed people saying that Yoongi and Saran was dating when they not even fucking dating and all this other shit. Now people thinking that now with this new BTS album that Namjoon's got a girlfriend. First of all, BTS stay busy. They stay working. They stay on the road. They stay doing shit. So I don't even know if they even have time for girlfriends. But at the same time, they are at that age where they should be dating. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really see a problem if they're dating because one, they don't know me, so I can't tell them they can't date someone. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it. But I'm just saying but when like one of the members actually comes out and say I'm dating someone, it's going to be right. I mean, obviously there's going to be sensible people that are going to be happy and congratulate and support, but there's going to be that majority that's going to flip their shit and lose their minds and get all mad and start threatening motherfuckers on social media and blah blah blah. I just feel like people like that are very childish and immature. Like, you don't know them. You don't know them. Just because you buy their albums, you buy their merch, you run a fan site, you might visit their parents' coffee shop, or you go to their concerts, or you go to like every single music show, a performance, you go to every fan signing, you fly to like other countries to see them. Like, just because you do all of that does not give you the right to dictate and to tell them they're not allowed to date someone. Like, you have no right. But again, people are so stuck in this mindset of this, like, that's why I don't like the word idol, especially in this concept, because the simple fact is like, it's like you're worshiping them when they're just artists. But you have that side where people are like, you're not supposed to do this, that, and the third. You're not supposed to date. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you're not their parents. Like, you can't dictate to them what they can and cannot do. Half these people are adults. They're grown-ass people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, they're going to get married. They're going to date, get married, have kids, and live lives. This idol shit is not forever. They're going to want to be normal because they spent majority of their lives being entertainers. That at some point they're going to want to be normal people. You know what I'm saying? But that's just because I have that mindset. One, because I'm older, and two, I've never been that person to act like that. If someone's dating, okay, cool. Like, back in the day, like when I was like obsessed with Chris Brown, don't judge me. When I was like in love with him and he dated Rihanna, I wasn't mad. I'm like, okay, I love Rihanna, so I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I wasn't mad. You know what I'm saying? That's just, that's just me. Like, I didn't care. Like, I know I have no chance in hell. But, it's what, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm not gonna lose my mind over it. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing about dating I don't get is like dating bans. I get it to an extent. Like, for these newer groups that are like young as hell, I got you. But like back in the day, like some of these people were like in their mid to late 20s with dating bans, like 21. Now I understand Minzy and CL because they were younger. They're like much younger than Dara and Bomb. But let's not forget when 21 debuted, Dara and Bomb, they was like in their mid-20s when the group fucking started. And they weren't allowed to start dating until 2013. Bitch, what? Like, really, YG? I'm saying, like, who wants to start dating at 30? Bitch, where? You know what I'm saying? So shit like that, I don't understand. Or like probably like the same thing with like Girls' Generation. They probably had the same thing. Mind you, Girls' Generation and myself, we're around the same age. Like Tan and I, we're the same age. And the other members are like 2-3 years younger than me. So we're kind of like around the same age. But it wasn't until 2014 that they came out that they're dating. Like, why so late in the game? Like, you know what I'm saying? So at that time, this was 2014, so I was 25, 2014. Yeah, I was 25. This is about, I was about 25 at this point. So still, really, I feel like it makes like I said, it makes sense to an extent because you want them to stay focused on, you know, on the music and stuff like that. But at the same time, you can't have these people singing about love and heartbreak if they've never experienced it. Like, there's people out here that said, I've never had my first kiss and I'm like 22. You're supposed to have your first kiss when you like in grade school or like middle school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So it's like, it just makes it seem weird that they're singing about shit that they don't know nothing about. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't get that. Like I said, I understand, like I said, like groups like Winky Minky and, you know, these younger groups like Priston and, you know, these younger groups, about maybe 3 years. 2-3 years max. Cool. Because they're young. But once you hit like, I feel like once you hit like at least 20, 21, there shouldn't be any dating bans. Because at the same time, it's like these people, you know, this is the time where they're supposed to date, experience relationships, experience heartbreaks. You know what I'm saying? But they can't do that because they can't date until they're like 25. I'm like, and honestly, the reason why they have these dating bans is because the simple fact is because, excuse me, they don't want these fans to get their panties in a bunch. Excuse me, I had to get some water. But that's the reason why they have these dating bans. Like, they say it's to focus. No, I call bullshit. I honestly feel it's because if these people came out saying that they was dating, people will flip their shit. I mean, hell, even with Yuquan from Block B, mind you, Block B hadn't been out for like long. They hadn't even been out for long when he announced that he was dating his girlfriend. I think they're still together. Damn, it's been a long ass time. I think he's still dating his girlfriend. Now, mind you, this was like a kind of like around the time that they were like getting popping. So this is like 2011. So when he announced that he was dating his girlfriend, of course people were pissed. But the thing is like, I feel like the earlier the better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly feel like people, first of all, people be announcing they dating and they only been dating for like 4 months. Like, honestly, like, I feel like if the media don't, you know, put it out there, if they ain't like snitching on people, like, I feel like the relationship should be somewhat serious in order to say we're dating, because a lot of these relationships, they don't even last after they come out saying they're dating. I mean, look at Hani and Junsu. They was together for like, I don't even know, it wasn't even long. Zico and Sohyun, they weren't together. They was only together for like 6 months before they broke up. like shit like that, because the it's still kind of fresh, and then you have to deal with having to duck and dodge fans and duck and dodge the paparazzi and shit. I feel like people should, the relationship should be, like I said, in kind of like a serious state before they should say, okay, I'm dating this person. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I'm not saying like, on the way to marriage, but at least to where you feel like, okay, I want to be with this person for the long haul. That type of shit. Let's see. Anything else I want? I don't know, but just the whole like dating and K-pop or just Korean entertainment is just like, it's just it trips me out every single fucking time. It trips me out every single time because, like I said, people, they react harshly and irrationally, and then, like I said, you have these dating bans. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of these things are unnecessary for some people. Like, I know Blackpink has a dating ban. I'm like, Blackpink, I think besides Lisa, majority of the group, they damn in their mid-20s. They like 23. Like, I think like Jisoo, Jennie, and Rose, I call her Rosie, my bad. Rose, they like damn near in their they like heading to their mid-20s. And they still got a dating ban? I don't think iKON has a dating ban. I don't think so. They probably do. I don't know. They probably do. But there has been rumors that Bobby's supposed to be dating some model. I don't know. I don't know if people like 17 have dating bans. I mean, even though there's a lot of people in the group that are still pretty young. Like I said, I don't know about GFriend or Oh My Girl or like even like Red Velvet. Like, Red Velvet, like I said, they're like heading to mid-20s territory. But this is SM. I ain't going to talk about NCT because I feel like I think NCT, they still pretty young. They still like kind of like in their early 20s. Like Monster X, like yeah, Monster X in particular, like majority of the group is like about to be in their mid-20s. So I don't know if they have dating bans. I don't fucking know, but you get my point. It's like these are adults, like legit adults. Why they still have dating bans is beyond me. And like I said before, just because you support these people does not mean you own them, does not mean you can tell them who and who not to date. If you want to get upset, be upset. But that still doesn't change the fact that they're dating this person. So you can get mad all you want. You can destroy all your albums and shit all you want. They still got your coins. So you just going to be asked out of albums because you decided you wanted to destroy your shit because you got mad. It's like grow up. But honestly, when it comes to shit like this, these people are still going to act like that. But they really need to get it together. Because, thinking about it before I get out of here, think about this, right? Say Jane Doe is a fan of such and such group, right? And just so happens Jane Doe ends up getting with a member from such and such group. Do you think you're not going to get hate because you're not an idol? You can get this work too, girl. Like, that's the thing that bugs me out. Talking about, when chicks act like that, like, oh, they should be with me and blah, blah, blah. Like, just because you're not an idol does not mean that people can't come for your neck. People can't come for your head. Like, they will come for you too, idol or not. You can work at a fucking animal shelter, or like you can be the next goddamn Mother Teresa. But if they find out you dating son and stuff, they gonna come for you, girl. So it doesn't make a difference if you're idol or not, because you can still get hate just like anyone else. But again, people don't think like that. But anywho, like I said, this video was long as hell. Sorry about that, but I had a lot to say. But still, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I don't know what topic I'm going to do next time, but if you have a certain topic that you want me to talk about, then that'll probably be my next video. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.